Hello and welcome to the Rose Skull Podcast. We're back, baby.
It has been 3,000 years and oh my. There is so much oh my in the last 3 chapters I can't even begin to comprehend, begin to explain, dude.
Elbaf is A-OK.
Elbaf might be the best arc in the series.
Yeah. Because things are happening unlike Egghead.
I mean, I've been holding on to Totland for a long time. A long time. Like, diggity dog, if Elbaf continues to be this good, I
know.
I don't know. I don't know how it could be anything but my favorite. It's up there, dude.
Because things are actually happening. The enemy has appeared. Children characters are at their peak. They are not annoying. Because every time there's a little brat in one of those movies, I'm like, you're making the movie worse. Please go away.
Yeah, can we talk about...
They want to kill these kids.
They want to kill these kids.
That's crazy, bro. One Piece has never been this dark.
That's 1049.
Oh,
I think that has the...
Oh,
well, I'm going to be jumping around. I have all 3 chapters open. I'm going to be jumping around a lot, okay?
You know what? That's a good idea. I want to do the same thing real quick.
I'm going to look for the baby speech.
The baby speech is good. Also, look at that color spread. I like that Bonnie's in it. That's very cute.
It's never been more over. She's joining the crew. She's in the color spreads.
If she doesn't join the crew, I'm like, okay, so Egghead doesn't matter at all. Just don't sit and tell me. And it's being animated right now. I'm like, what's Egghead then? If she doesn't join and I settle with this fat fish for the rest of the story, I'm going to be upset. Also, I love Sommers. Just pointing that out. Sommers is great.
Incredible character.
I cannot believe
immaculate character
that the cousin of that big worm actually turned out to be cool. Because Drew Peters from the same house.
Yeah,
they're both Shepherd. Yeah, but like, oh man, but yeah, we can jump around, bro. But this is not. I've done.
Where is the baby speech? Like we've all read the chapters. I'm assuming you've read the chapters. This isn't I'm going to be reading the chapters for you. The podcast. This is going to be, I'm going to talk about what I see in.
Yeah. Even for my old stuff, I stopped kind of doing the reading the chapters thing because that's not what you're here for. You're here for the juicy meats.
Yeah.
So let's give them the juicy meats. Where is baby speech? Baby speech.
It's got to be here somewhere, man. It was before 1049 because they're already burning. I think this.
11.
I love school and I got friends at school. Do not break my school. I'd rather die. Oh!
The resolve in this child. And the father is crying because he's so proud.
They said that Elbaf had no backbone and had no spirit. And even the pacifist children are willing to put their lives on the line for some dusty old books they don't care about.
The history of the world, the pride of the warrior is still important. This is good. This is writing. This is why I come to One Piece for. This is good.
Oh, I can't get enough. Oh my goodness.
And the fact the funniest baby says it.
Good.
It's so good.
Also, I love the fact that we have introduced regeneration into the story, right? We can finally do the funny thing where it does not matter how much damage we deal to all of the villains. We can cut them up. We can slash them in half. And most importantly, Robin can finally be a character.
I know, brother. I was so hyped when this came out because I'm like, yes, she can finally fight somebody. I would have found the workaround.
We can finally get lore accurate Robin again.
Because I'm like, ain't no way all these bozos getting up when she breaks their spinal cord in half. Yes, we got it. Oh,
I love had Robin do clutch. I mean, Skypiea?
It's been 20 years. Like literally, like no cap, 20 years.
Debatably, it's been since Alabasta. Like, we have not had a sinister assassination technique from Robin since she joined the crew. But now, all bets are off. All bets are off. Diggity dog, we are watching a grown man have his literal hand blown off his body. Can we show this on Twitch?
This is so metal. It's so hype.
Is this One Piece?
This is the second time, too, that a straw hat female is fighting a spiky person.
Yeah.
And then the spike doesn't work because of illusions. I love that. People point that out on Twitter. Very good. Oh, I love Summers. And Summers saves himself with a Spider-Man umbilical cord.
He is so
excellent.
Cool.
This lame-looking power is so magnificent.
That's why we love One Piece.
Thank God.
Gear 5th proximity will reattach. It's not Gear 5th, dog. It's Gear 6 that Eam's on.
Yeah.
Eam was the original Joy Boy.
Gear Devil.
Gear Death. Hermit Purple is not lame. Real.
True. My mistake. I apologize.
The fact that Robin's like, hey, I can't kill this guy, but he's probably got like a range, right? Immaculate.
Like another character. Okay, stop. Okay, so Mr. Jinbei, experienced pirate and warlord, always makes the plans, doesn't know what the piss is going on.
He has no idea.
Robin's strategizing, Brooke is strategizing.
Chopper's doctoring. Sanji's cooking.
Literally, no, Chopper is doctoring because Chopper's like, these guys have an immortality thing. I must talk to Gabon about this. Like, how is Chopper?
Oh my god, and this is so good for Chopper too, because like, Chopper runs after Gabon, right? So we know that. Let me see if I can find it. We know that this doesn't mean anything. Right now.
Chopper saves him.
Yeah, Chopper's on the way. Like,
yeah,
we're allowed to kill Gabon because we know Chopper's gonna be there. And he's not gonna let Scopper Gabon get actually killed by Gunko here.
No.
But hear me out. Okay. How are we gonna save from the fall, right? I can't believe I haven't seen this from the very beginning, even. I mean, shoot. He's in Walk Point. Walk Point makes the legs stronger.
Right.
Perhaps strong enough to Geppo? Is it finally time? Is it finally time?
I cream myself.
For flying reindeer. After 30 years!
He turns into Rudolph! I never thought, bro, that's a video. Thank you. I gotta make that. That's so good, bro. I didn't even think about that.
The introduction to Chopper is him pulling the slave through the air on the ropes. On the chains.
Be in the center. Oh my god, that's genius.
Call back to his very first appearance.
And then if they land in the underworld, it'll be snowy. This is peak fiction. It's peak fiction.
Is Elbaf good?
Elbaf is good. What's an egghead?
Satan?
I mean, Jarl is here too. He's kind of like a Santa.
Yeah, Loki could catch them. He does have Giga observation hockey.
Yeah. I hope he has silly little eyes, though. He takes off the blindfold. His eyes are tiny and beady.
I need them to be tiny.
Oh.
Okay, so they're burning down the school.
Right.
The books don't matter. What matters is the heart of a warrior and the knowledge of a champion within Robin and Saul, right? Because they read the books. Saul read the books.
Yeah.
He's had what, 10 years? He's read the books.
Oh, and Lilith read the books too because she's Vegapunk.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Lilith important? My goodness.
Go figure. So yeah, like, people have read the books. It doesn't matter if we burn them or not.
Right.
Speaking of books, my god, what's this?
Oh, wait. We going to it?
I'm all over the place today, brother. So much has happened. What is this? So Gunko is Eam now. Eam has taken over them. Eam can possess people. We've basically been saying this from the very beginning. Eam can like possess people, give them power. This is basically just revealing, okay, this is what they could do. I did not know that Eam could like literally like transfer their consciousness into people, but here we are.
This is so sick. Now, people are saying that this is not Devil Fruit. I'm sorry, everyone, you cannot read. This happens. This has been happening for the past 5 years. Every time there's a new power, it's something other than what we've seen already. No, it's a Devil Fruit. It's always Devil Fruits. Like how, you know what the... Well,
it's so weird, though, because if it's Eam, they're allowed to... If anyone is allowed to, Eam is allowed to not worry about that. Eam could have just magic, and it would be fine. It's probably a Devil Fruit, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, because, like, the thing about this that's, like, really, like, sobering to me is that all the power Eam does, we've seen them already. They're all paramecia powers. Pulling things out of a different dimension. Yeah. Paramecia power. Turning people into other things. The Hobby Fruit did that.
Yeah.
Also, not even the Hobby Fruit. Remember Queen?
In terms of what?
He turned
Sony's?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that too.
Yep.
Diggity dude.
Yo.
I need the Isoni vaccine to not work in this arc.
Brock and Dory are dead. They need to be dead. Like,
I don't know if they'll die, but...
Or, like, retired, at least.
Yeah. Dory, like, or... Broggy is not keeping his arm.
No. Not
at the very least. Like Brogy's not keeping his arm. Dory's probably gonna suffer some kind of crazy nonsense.
Like, because when the thing is done, right, it takes a little bit of their lifespan. That's what it said. So
robo arm on Brogy. Let's go.
Yo, let's go. I love that Summers is putting himself back together as they're talking.
Mm-hmm. He's used to this.
Yeah. Also, go on.
I'm just trying to think, like, oh my god, there's so much. There's so
much. There's
so
a lot.
Much. So Summers is putting himself back together. So these are, like, dead people. Assuming what Gunko is, right? Unless... No, because we've already seen before immortal. That you don't age. We've already seen that before with Saturn.
See, that's the weird part. Like, they do and they don't, because what's his name? Not Shanks. What's his name? Shamrock.
Darling? Shamrock.
Shamrock is stuck being young. Garling aged because we've seen him recently in the anime and he was a banana, apparently.
That is true.
So, like, I don't know what this is, because maybe there are different tiers of it, because, like, say, like, the 5 elders, when they appeared on Egghead, they had their own magic circle, like, decked out with 5s, like the number 5.
Yeah, whereas now we have a new magic circle here. Interesting.
Right. And then the magic circle that the Holy Knights use also doesn't have 5s on it. So it's like, I think there are all these different spells that Imu can do, apparently. Also, immortality isn't technically new to the series because we have Brooke.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like... And then with mythical Zoans, they all have, like, the powers of paramecia. So, like, all of this makes sense. It's just weird how tiered it is. And it's not really different from Luffy, because Luffy gives people powers as well, technically, when he touches them.
Also, I did not expect Eam's first actual showing to be this strong.
It's big.
This is huge.
Oh, the stakes are high. Thank God, too, because I'm glad Eam is going to stop all this Nika nonsense. I'm so excited. The fact that it can make a blicky. This isn't
Eam. This is just Moo, whatever that means.
Right, true. There's a difference. And also, people are saying that the blicky that Eam pulls out is hockey laced. I don't know about that.
Hockey gun. Yeah.
Maybe, but no.
I mean, it's the character that would use it.
Yeah, it's plausible. I'm not gonna poo-poo it, but
I'm just saying this is the secret black blade that we haven't been talking about.
Oh Lord. Shoots all Broggy's arm though. That is crazy.
Have we ever seen anything this gruesome in One Piece?
This is so violent. I don't think so.
This is what happened to Kid.
Yeah. Exactly. Pow, gone.
I love that it's a giant gun too. That's funny.
It's so big. How does she pull the trigger?
It's the size of a cannon.
And why does she look so hot doing it?
I just
see that.
Oh, good Lord. I mean, yeah. Chapter 1, I was thinking about that too. Chapter 1 is the last time that we saw something this gruesome.
Yeah, old boy got shot in the head by
because
Lucky Roo.
Yeah, Lucky Roo shoots a man straight in the dome. But we don't see his dome dislocate from his body and hit the floor while they are screaming in pain.
And then Broggy's face is just distraught. Oh my goodness. This is going to be so sick in the anime too.
Oh my god. How are we going to animate this? Can they show this on TV?
I know, right?
This in Shonen Jump?
I'm shocked that they are showing it in Shonen Jump. Oh, it's so metal.
Also,
yes.
Might not be a devil fruit ability because hockey is not reversing the prospects of it.
Wait, what?
Because we transformed Brogy into an ancient giant. He's big and strong, but I mean, if this was a devil fruit power, he could just hockeyed up and been fine.
Oh, see, his mind has been.
Dory and Brogy, they have to have real strong hockey.
I'm glad devil fruits have finally beaten hockey. Good.
Also, I really want to know what's up with the weapons, the capes, the demons, all this stuff, man.
Okay, so since we're skipping around, I covered this in the video too. 10 years ago, there was this supposed manga leak. It was fake, or it may not be fake now, that Luffy was going to fight an army of giant demons with his army of pirates. And we're here now. And here we are. I'm flabbergasted. I thought all those were dumb, but a lot of things have been coming true as of late. Like how Brook has a whole backstory that I knew he would have. I called this back in 2008. I said, wait, it'll be real. Wait. In the YouTube comments, people keep calling me foolish and stupid and dumb. But I was right. Now you're all stupid and dumb.
So Brook is a father.
Perhaps.
We've had Yasopp on the crew this whole time, again.
Yes.
Because he's a father, which means inherently you're going to abandon your kids for a life of adventure.
To be with a whale.
True, that might have been Gaimon. Do we know that's Gaimon in the flashback? We've seen in Gaimon's flashback that before he got chested, he had a shaved head.
Right, he did not have an afro.
But this might be before then. He might have cut his hair when he joined the pirates. Interesting.
Maybe. And if now
Gunko was Sarfunkel the whole time.
That's crazy. Or Gunko's the baby.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what this is. That's what this is showing right now. Brook is a father. He joined to be a pirate, to join a life of crime, and his daughter became a marine. And eventually became a god's knight.
You know what's so crazy?
And gained immortality to kill him. Or bring him back. Or something.
This was all started from a dumb joke. Remember when Kuma paw patted Brook away?
Mm-hmm.
And those occultists thought they summoned Satan with their magic circle? We've come full circle with that now.
Now his own flesh and blood is summoning Satan.
Yes. His supposed daughter or wife, I don't know, is the devil now. Is a conduit for the devil.
Yeah, I didn't figure that this would be like the wife. I figured that this would be the daughter, since they're showing the daughter.
Fair, and then she reacts to daddy, the word daddy. So most likely the daughter. You're probably right. Yeah. Who was his wife though? If he had one.
Big Mom.
Maybe. You know what? Now when I think about it, the Kuzan accusations may not be so far-fetched now. Imagine that. Never thought I'd see it.
Oh my god, could you imagine if this is Kuzan's mom?
Wow.
And Brooke is Kuzan's dad?
Wow. Huh.
There's so much to unpack.
Brooke never came back with the milk because he was using it to heal his body. It's terrible.
Oh my god.
This is a good show.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Brooke, can we just go over the fact that we just revealed, how long has Brooke been in the crew? 15 years? 10 years?
Yeah, it's been
like 15 years.
15, yeah.
15 years. We're going to drop this bombshell along with the information that he abandoned his family.
Oh, waiting is so good.
The literal second that we reveal that he was a father, we also reveal that he abandoned his family.
Crazy.
There is only one father in One Piece, and he is currently dying. Scott Kavan, my king.
My king. I'm so glad he and Zoro are free now, like we talked about a little earlier, to cut up everybody.
Oh yeah, and also, who'd I forget? Italian man from Whole Cake.
Boris Danilo?
No. The Castle Man.
Oh, Capone, yes.
Capone.
It's literally Capone and Gabon.
Dragon is dying. Dragon is already dead. He's cooked.
The dragon will be killed by the devil.
Dragon will be killed by me. I will do it.
Yeah. You know what? I keep talking about the Revolutionary Army. Between Blackbeard and what's going on here, they ain't gonna do nothing. Because the only person with any good powers are like Ivankov and Sabo.
Yeah. I like Morley.
Morley's
powers
good.
are if we're talking straight powers, then what is it? Who's the Raven Man? Kakuzu or some nonsense like that.
Oh yeah, the Soot guy. Karasu, yeah.
Karasu's got cool powers. Sabo's got cool powers. Ivankov is insane.
Ivankov
Dragon
is
assumedly has cool powers, considering that he stopped Smoker in his tracks.
Yeah.
I mean, there's potential there. It's just that, man.
I mean,
every time we learn something new about the Revolutionary Army, it's just another layer of complete worthlessness.
Yeah, I mean, because I love the push through. I think the push through is very practical. It's just that seems like something. Okay, you can have Senor Pink, right?
Yeah.
Senor Pink is really cool. However, combining what Senor Pink can do with Fishman Karate makes a very devastating combination.
Yeah.
That's why S Shark is oh my god. Morley with the push fruit, it seems like there should be another layer there to make the push fruit more devastating.
I mean, theoretically you can, but the extra layer there is that Morley is a giant, isn't it?
That's a good point.
I mean, think being able to make giant tunnels. You can just completely and utterly destroy the foundation of any building at any time very easily because you're so big.
And then you could make a wave out of the ground you stand on.
Yeah,
and possibly entrap. Yeah, okay.
Morley can do a lot. We've literally only seen Morley active in one and like a half fights. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
And one of those fights was fighting, admirals.
Right. Yeah, I'm being too harsh, you're right.
Even if they weren't nerfed, like, the revolutionaries, like, what drives me crazy about them is that they do have potential.
Yeah.
However...
The devil!
The devil and their alien robot children army.
Also, killing Ham can open portals in reality and dream monsters flood out of those portals. Oh my god.
Well, I'm assuming the portals are the dream clouds.
No, they're like big holes.
Oh, really?
On Elbath now. Yeah, no, that was in 150. There are big holes on Elbath that keep pouring out dream monsters from the consciousnesses of the people.
The stakes have never been higher. How do the stakes feel higher now than when all 5 Gorosei showed up at the same time?
I think because the Gorosei weirdly don't have interesting powers.
True.
Like, not to this degree.
We didn't really see them do any... Like, we didn't see them do anything with the powers. Like, we have set up an entire island of jobbers to really set up the God's Knights in a way.
And then it's kind of really making a divide between regular mythical zones and those that like are like divine creatures. Because on one end you have bull, spider, worm, weird bird, and like skeleton horse, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're talking about the 5 elders. All kind of good, but all really lame. Then you have Divine Kieran, who can make dream portals and materialize anything, and then the devil.
Well, the devil is one thing. This is one thing. Because theoretically,
okay,
the Gorosei is this as well, right?
Yeah, like...
The Gorosei is IMU dropping their most powerful powers on the 5 strongest guys that they can.
Right. Yes.
It's just that these guys are interesting. They have a plan. They execute that plan. Like, they're not just... Like, the Gorosei were just flailing.
Yeah.
They were just looking for stuff. These guys are like, okay, here's our plan. We're going to do that. And then they did the plan. And the plan worked. The library is on fire. The giants are... The children are captured. The giants are under their command.
Yeah. In like 5 minutes, this was executed.
Like, nothing makes a villain better than... I'd say nothing makes a villain better than their plans actually working.
True.
The Gorosei's plan was to kill Vegapunk and stop the recording, right? Stop the message.
Right.
They didn't stop the message, and every Vegapunk that died didn't.
Well, yes and no, because like Stella died after.
But thanks to Boss, thanks to our God King Jinbei, we literally carried him.
That's true.
In a box out of the.
Oh, I almost forgot. Okay. Warlord, Son of the Sea, literally sitting here in bandages the entire time and is not doing anything.
Let me see if I can.
This was a mistake. For 3 chapters straight.
I mean, we still need to give it some time, man.
No, I'm done with this. This is ridiculous.
Brook had 5 years more than Jinbei. And only now are we realizing that he was a father.
But Brook has had great showings.
We still have like 2 whole arcs before Jinbei is supposed to get something.
No, Brook was good from the start. Cool from the start. This is terrible. And you know what? It wouldn't be so bad if we didn't have 20 arcs of people frothing out the mouth saying how cool he was and him solving every single problem as soon as it arose. Now he's being held hostage by Cloth. The The downgrade
Sashimi
is in
seppuku when? Oh my god.
That's what I'm talking about, Molotov.
Well, also consider the fact that it took us 20 years to get lore-accurate Robin. We still have so much time before we can have lore-accurate Jinbei.
Because it's crazy that he wasn't on the rooftop when his power literally goes through durability.
I mean, dog, Jinbei should not have been on the rooftop.
Why not? I don't know why Zoro was there.
Dog, they didn't put Beppo on the roof.
That's true. And now Beppo can take that. Not take down. That's a overestimation. But fight Blackbeard, which is crazy. Literally the only man. Well, him and Bart are the only people worth their salt on the Heart Pirates. That's crazy. The rest of them are nameless jobbers. Wild.
Literally carried by Law this whole time.
Yes. All I'm saying is that he's a terrible main character. I can't stand him. I can't take him. I can't take it.
I see that there is potential there. Oda just refuses to do anything with it.
Oh, I agree. There's been potential, and it's all been front loaded. Front loaded out to the nines, and now, unlike Brook here, there's nothing left. There are no story points. There's nothing to talk about anymore.
He's joined the crew. Like, lore accurate Jinbei is dead. We've replaced him. This isn't even Jinbei. This has been Katarina Devon the whole time.
I would kind of clap. I would clap. It wouldn't make a lick of sense. I clap.
See, Molotov has it right. It took us 25 years to learn that Luffy doesn't actually care about being the Pirate King. Despite saying at the end of every episode of the anime that he is going to become the Pirate King.
Oh, Lord.
It took us 25 years that he's made of rubber. How did that happen? Not the Gum Gum. How many years do we still have until it's appropriate for lore-accurate Jinbei? I ask you.
Well, about as much time it's going to take him to break out some cloth. Meanwhile, Robin's breaking out of thorns. Like, things are actively hurting her.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he refuses to break out of cloth. He's pretty much settled and just sitting around.
It's just too strong.
He loves it.
I mean, after all, I mean, this is Brook's daughter we're talking about. Like, the Dorikis are way too high.
Dorikis are way too high, especially for a lowly warlord like Jinbei.
Oh yeah.
You know what's crazy? Every other warlord has had a more impressive story. Every single one. Every single one. Even
I would dare to say that Weevil probably doesn't. So
Weevil has more interesting implications in even being compared to Whitebeard. That's more than I got this slave tattoo thing on my chest because it was cool. Have I been a slave? No, never.
Yeah.
But my bro had it, so I got it. I'm going to undermine the entire significance of this entire cultural stamp by joining a big gang and not know what this stamp is for or why it was put on me.
I also love that we're finally getting use out of Chopper.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, this guy knows how to hurt the immortal guy. I should follow him to get to learn how. Oh, that guy got killed. It's a good thing a doctor has just followed him.
Character agency, which makes sense.
Agency. He's doing a thing. He's being helpful and useful in only the way that he can. Kind of like in Eni's lobby when we told Soge King to be helpful and useful in only the way that he can.
Unlike a helmsman being beaten by direction. I'll never give it up. I'm so mad all the time.
Frankie, take the wheel.
Frankie, take the wheel. But, where's Frankie?
Dog, this is like the first time that Chopper has done something in an arc in a while.
Like
he had his moment in Wano. I'll give him that. But like, man.
It's been about
How often does
2 years.
Chopper do a thing? How often does Chopper do a thing?
Not very often. I wonder would Jump Point come back?
I hope. Oh man. Like, even if Jump Point doesn't come back, I understand that it's probably mixed with Horn Point.
Yeah, like Horn and Kung Fu, most like, because of the mobility.
Doctors every arc. That is true.
Yeah, because Zoro's always getting hurt.
Yeah.
But like...
But we don't need Chopper. Magic Mink medicine.
Oh Lord. You know what's funny? During all this time, Luffy and the boys are just chilling out, getting fat.
Dog, it's so cool. It's so funny.
That's so great.
We have so perfectly Namek this arc, and I cannot be happier for it. The Ginyu Force has just arrived, and we need a hero.
This is good. This is so good. And I'm so happy now that, like, it's very likely that Haruden and Loki will come together as brothers and take up.
They will have to fight Dory and Bragi as ancient giants. Oh,
it's art.
Oh, One Piece.
One Piece is real.
The Ikaku's guard with the wings.
Yeah,
what about him.
I know about that. It's very funny that now the entire justice system is just IMU making everybody LARP like how IMU LARPs when they become the devil.
Well, because it's interesting that they set it up as Dante's Inferno, and then the devil is there.
Running the show. Because, like, if you are a prison official, you have to dress up in silly bat wings and look like a demon. And sometimes carry a Triton, because Sadi-chan carries a Triton. I think Sal does too.
I wonder if Imu is going to be chewing on the 3 heads of the greatest traitors. Because that's Dante's Inferno.
Ah.
I
get it.
Yeah, the lowest level of hell is designated for traitors. Satan himself is there, and he's chewing on the heads of Cassius Brutus. Who's the 3rd greatest traitor of all time? Judas. So the 2 guys that killed Caesar and Judas were like the greatest villains of all time, because that had happened relatively recently when Dante's Inferno was written.
That's cool.
So I wonder if Eam's gonna have something along those lines with Lily and 2 other guys, I guess.
Also, it makes a lot of sense, too, as to why the 20 Kingdoms rebelled against Nika, because Imu made it so by turning them into demons and brainwashing them.
It is so awesome that Eam shows up, just goes, "You guys work for me now." They go, "No, we don't." They go, "Do you?" They just say, "Dog, you're working for me now," and then they are. That's just how Eam works, and that is scary. I know. I'm using them interchangeably. I know it's Moo. I don't care.
Dami, Mommy, Reversey. Very cool. That's how I read it. It's called Dominion Reverse, but I read it as Dami.
My man just read Jujutsu Kaisen and is like, I want to do that.
Yes, basically.
Domain expansion. Dominion reversion.
Dominion reversion. You are mine now.
Like,
the big gun is so funny.
Like,
go on.
Like, everything about this. Eam shows up is in control. That is what I need out of my villains.
Because we already had the Wild Hog who just does what he wants and wins in Blackbeard. So it's nice to have someone, like, in control with a plan. Now, how quick she pisses herself when Nika shows up is yet to be seen.
We will have to see how they respond to one Monkey D. Luffy. But this is the greatest difference between an arc like this and an arc like Wano.
Yes.
Do you notice how everyone else is doing stuff?
Yeah.
And Luffy isn't the only one doing stuff the entire arc?
Yeah, people are Even our lesser members are doing stuff and being useful.
And you notice how big the stakes feel right now?
Yes.
That the man who has to kill Kaido by the end of the arc isn't doing everything?
And how, you know what's funny to you? Our villain doesn't have to be big for the stakes to be big, because technically our villain isn't even here in the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
And the stakes are big. I love this. And everyone is doing everyone's got a job, everyone's got a role. Even Frankie got to do
doing stuff. We introduced a whole bunch of characters, and they're having character moments, and they're doing stuff.
Oh, and none of them
look at Summers here. Oh my god, he's so cool.
Summers is cool.
He's so cool. They put the dude Lebowski in the series, and he's the coolest guy.
Easily the coolest guy.
They introduce 1 million babies in
literally
in the
1 million.
Span of one chapter, and they're all doing stuff, and they're all great.
And the funniest baby has the greatest speech. I'm glad Colin didn't do this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad it's like the baby of some random giant, and she's giving this great speech.
Also, shout out to Bushido on the Digital Burrow.
Oh.
About like 4 weeks ago, they said, hey, Gabon's gonna be killed because he's gonna be taking care of Colin, so.
Yeah, called it. Shout out to you.
Defo called it here.
Giving you your credit where credit is due.
Mm-hmm. So, obviously Gabon had to be taken out of this arc.
Yeah, he's too useful.
He's way too strong, he's way too useful, and he's way too proactive. Like, Rayleigh is allowed to not be proactive. Rayleigh just likes to sit in the back and drink himself to death every day. Gabon is a man of action, and he likes to do stuff. We cannot have that in this arc.
No. A good father? Get out of here.
Kill this man. Send him back to the store.
For the milk. Also, this is a video that'll be coming out soon. All 3 of the Roger Pirates are parents. Presumably. Well, the 3 top guys. Because Roger, father to Ace. Gabon, father to Colin.
Mm-hmm.
And based on what happens at the start of Egghead, Rayleigh might be the father of Hancock.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, the cool thing about Roger's crew, right?
Yeah.
Is that Roger's crew know about the ancient history.
They do.
They saw the One Piece. They know what it is. They read the ancient history, and they all came to the same conclusion. We were here too early. So they all went in and started to prepare themselves for the future. Whether that be working on cloud technology and science and Mother Flame to try to build an island that'll float and that will fly, right? Whether it be fashion the inside of a whale to be a house. Or whether it be having a kid and making sure that they live to see the new era. Like, they're all preparing for whatever the One Piece said. And that's cool.
It is cool.
And I like how, like, whether or not that was intentional, I like how that all just kind of shaked out. It's like,
I agree.
Yeah, like, it gives the characters, like, a little bit more... It makes the story feel bigger that these characters were doing stuff that we didn't inherently need to see.
Yeah, there's agency there in that. There's agency and preparation, yes.
The characters were doing stuff, and it's a really hard word to use for a story as absolutely massive as One Piece.
Yeah.
But it helps with rereadability.
Yes, it do.
If you go back and you read the series again from the start after it's over, you'd be like, oh, that's why Laboon was the way he was. That's why Crocus was doing his thing.
That makes sense. Now the flooding of the world makes sense because he was in a whale. Oh. But no, yeah, I like that a lot.
It's really cool. And, like, usually when it comes down to Japanese culture and anime and manga and all of this nonsense.
Right.
Usually when you have the old man in the series, he's like the coolest and the strongest guy. Yes. Hidden away, like, he's like an absolute goofball, but hidden behind that veneer is the coolest guy you've ever seen, right? Jackie Chun, Master Roshi, all that kind of nonsense. Jiraiya.
True.
All that kind of nonsense. I mean, One Piece has an entire cast of the coolest old man guys, but they're not used in a kind of cliche way.
No.
Like, they're all meant to be, you know, they were all on Roger's crew. They're going to be like the strongest dudes that you've ever imagined, right? But they're not going to be as strong as like a Yonko.
Right.
Because those guys fought the crew, and they all say the same thing. Diggity dang, I'm rusty.
Because now they've had a life of leisure while the said Yonko have gone on to continuously be warlords.
The Yonko, I'm assuming, are probably a little bit younger, too.
Yeah, a lot of them read younger. Because, like...
Kind of feels like he's, like, maybe 10, 15 years younger than someone like Gabon here.
Yeah, no, he is. Because he was I think one of the youngest members on the Rocks Pirates back then.
Yeah. And Big Mom kind of reads a little bit older, but, like, even she kind of reads a little bit younger than, like, Rayleigh.
Yeah. And then, too, she's, like, a weird apex human. So it's like...
Yeah, she might age a little bit slower. She's like the Kureha. I'm a young, fit 140.
Because, like, Kaido is 59, right? Gabon... Does Gabon have a confirmed age?
Gabon is 40. He aged like milk. Gabon is 28.
No confirmed age on Gabon. Let's look up Rayleigh then, I guess. They're probably the same age.
Gabon if we're
78.
78 for Rayleigh, yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
20 years, yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Like, I would say, like, Gabon, at the absolute youngest, would have to be, like, 40. Because he had a kid 20 years ago.
Right.
But he also had, like, a leisure... He also had, like, a land of adventure and stuff 20 years ago and all that kind of stuff. So, that's kind of weird, because Rayleigh doesn't really read as 40 in the flashbacks, but... I don't know.
I mean, it's weird, because he's always portrayed...
Or let me phrase that. He's like pushing 60 in Roger's crew.
What?
If he's like 78 now.
Okay, he's 78 now, minus 20, that'll make him 50.
58, yeah. He doesn't really read me as a man pushing 60, but...
Nah, that's weird, actually. You're right. Oh,
but,
wow.
You know, he's strong and he's fit, I guess, peak physical condition. Why not?
How old is Clarissa?
I have no idea.
I'm looking at
the old crone from
Amazon
Skuja?
Lily.
Yeah.
Yes, because she was on the Rocks Pirates. Yeah, no age for her. Probably around the same age as Big Mom. So she's probably like 68 to 70. Though then again, she's shrunk because she had a life of leisure. Last one, Buckingham Stussy. Buckingham Stussy, like the original Stussy, is 76.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Because she was probably like 30 when she was on the Rock Pirates. Okay.
Also, this is One Piece. People don't age until they age.
Right. It's everywhere.
In the span of about 1 year, you will age about 50. You go from the young design into the old design. There is no difference.
Yes.
There is no difference between young man and old man. You just wake up and you go, dang, Oda decided I was old now.
Yeah. Now I have a beard. Oh no. I was clean shaven my entire life, but now I have a beard longer than Santa. Dang.
Speaking of Santa, flying reindeer. Interesting.
Yes. I can't wait. Also, Jarl is going to perish. Beard, they're gonna.
Jarl is going to get absolutely they are going to pick him up by the sword and just like Tom and Jerry club him into the ground.
Poor geezer.
It is going to be a SpongeBob goof.
Oh Lord, he will die so terribly.
So I guess the question is,
yes,
if Dory and Bragi are bigger now,
yes,
now they're probably about the size of Loki, if I had to guess. Is Hadradin gonna get some sort of size increase?
Hadradin, please eat a devil fruit somewhere. Get big, Hadradin, so you can do the Ikaku sovereignty with your brother, and so it could be the coolest thing in the world.
I want that so bad,
brother. Oh man, and the Ikaku sovereign. No, matching Hikaku sovereignties.
Pulled out of his head. It's a black blade from absorbing so much hockey.
Who said that? Who said that?
They're gonna pull the sword out of his head and they're going to be proclaimed the King of England.
Yeah, like Excalibur, exactly.
Usopp is going to be the one.
Oh, could you imagine? Because he already slapped it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
Usopp becomes the new King of Elbaf.
Great.
That is the only. That is the only ending to his arc that I want to see. Him becoming the King of Elbaf.
I want there to be fighting Hikaku sovereignties between Dorian Bragi and Hadradin and Loki, and then the two brothers went out.
I want Usopp to become the King of Elbaf, and every giant Hikaku sovereignties him at once. In a giant explosion. And Usopp stands there in the middle of it all with one hand outstretched, going, "Huh, did you think that would affect me? Such weak power."
And then he unleashes his blackened...
Oh my god, Usopp standing on the sword and stringing a slingshot between your rule's horns. You have convinced me.
No, I'm convinced.
You have convinced me.
This is hot.
Where is your rule? I need a picture of him. I need to visualize this even further.
King Star. Gun.
King Giant Jack. Star.
King Giant Star. Pop Green. Giant Jack. Bringing it back to Skypiea. Mm-hmm. He has a Giant Jack Pop Green.
Finally. I love these chapters.
They're so good.
I love this arc, man.
Oh, also, before I forget, now we are on mission quest with Yamato because she has to give the hat back to Kawamatsu.
Oh yeah, my goat is about to be in the story.
Yes.
My son!
And shout out to Minnie. Ulti is fully now entrusted to Yamato.
Shout outs to the cover story for actually visiting Yasuie's grave.
Right?
I sure am glad that someone decided to do that.
I hope they clean it up because it's all busted, actually.
We
oh my god.
We need to give Kawamatsu his hat.
And then there'll probably be another fetch quest and another fetch quest until she is on a boat.
Yeah, why is Yasuie's grave so destroyed?
Yeah, they need to fix that up, brother. This is crazy.
Did they not fix it when they put him in there?
Well, no, it's probably vandalized.
I mean, this looks like disrepair. This doesn't look like vandalization.
True.
Like, it's got moss growing on the top and stuff.
Oh, no. Yeah, no,
I mean, it's been 20 years. No one's been able to, keep the shrines working in good condition. Because everyone's been focusing on survival, but...
And making weapons.
Man, not my goat!
Yeah.
Not my goat, Yasuie!
We need to have a small slice of life anime segment in which these three fix up the shrine.
Yeah. Yeah, since when does Ulti use a katana? True.
She's changed now. She's a samurai. Even though she's a lady, she is not shy.
they're gonna pull the katana out and activate the hockey to turn it into a club.
Yes.
Did Ulti use a club, or did she just headbutt everything?
Ulti had a Morning Star, which is kind of like a club. It's like with it's a mace, basically.
Yeah.
She gave that up when she became a Yamato follower, I guess.
Well, she couldn't use a katana during Wano. Then we wouldn't have had that awesome callback to Mr. 5.
Right.
I think it was Mr. 5.
Or Miss Vaughn, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss Groundhog's Day.
Yeah. Miss Merry Christmas, yeah. Well, yeah, it is Miss Merry Christmas because she attacked Usopp.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Yeah, and I love how Page 1 is sitting like a very well-mannered young man.
He's just waiting.
Yeah. I bet he cooks. He looks like the domestic type.
Page 1? Yeah, probably.
He cooks for the two ladies, yeah. Or Yamato makes him cook.
The Samwise Gamgee of the crew.
Yes.
I mean, they do have him pack muling, so.
I mean, yeah, he's the biggest dinosaur, I think, out of the two of them who are dinosaurs. So yeah, you pack mule.
I mean, he's one of the biggest dinosaurs they have.
Yeah.
I would say the only one that's probably bigger would be, like, I don't know, X-Drake, maybe? Jack, maybe?
No, Queen is. Queen.
Queen's huge, yeah, that's true.
Queen.
Yeah, but does Queen count? He's got extendo body.
He got a long neck.
True, that's true.
I was about to say Jack. Jack's not a dinosaur, silly. That's an elephant.
He's an ancient Zoan. He's close enough.
Okay, put him in the pile with the others. I hope he shows up, actually.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice if Jack gets something?
Because he and Yamato are the same age, so yeah, like, pile around with your sibling, I guess.
I just realized this is a Conqueror's Hockey Blast. It knocked everyone out.
Oh, yeah, no. Emu's real.
Yeah, Em is real. Em is real.
Knocks out the babies, knocks out the adults.
Insanity.
Oh, Jarl's not knocked out.
Well, yeah, he's the leader of Elbaf. He's a warrior.
True.
I wouldn't expect him to get knocked out from a Conqueror's Hockey Blast.
Too strong.
How is he supposed to contend with Big Mom?
And you see, like, right below the Emu showing, you see that big hole in the ground?
Right below the Emu showing. Here?
Like, under her foot, yeah. That's the dream hole they're coming out of.
Oh.
See the hole the skeleton the wolf coming out of?
Oh,
excuse me.
Yeah. I didn't notice that.
That's the mentioned dream hole.
How do you close a nightmare hole? Oh,
you beat the
Mika. You zip it up. Yes.
You zip it up or put a big cork in it.
Put a big old cork in it. Yes.
Yeah. Or I guess throw them all back into the hole, like how Luffy put the zombie back to the grave, and then you turn the ground to rubber and just tie it up like a balloon. Just
your rules of Black Blade shields him from the hockey blast.
Wait, King, Loki, give me your strength. Protect me from the hockey blast with this sword you put in my head. I can't wait till Loki's all better. Oh my god. I can't.
For the first time in this entire series, I am so excited to see how Gear 5th cooks.
Yes. Cartoon antics will beat Satan.
We have set up the stakes to be so high. So unbelievably high. We gave it a double-page spread, practically. Right?
Yes.
We gave it 3/4 of a double-page spread. The stakes have never been higher in the entire series.
Never.
I need a Tom and Jerry cartoon hammer to bonk Dory on the head.
Man, oh man.
Also, if they don't both die...
Yeah.
So Brogy is missing a hand.
Right.
Dory also needs to be missing some sort of like he needs to suffer some crazy injury too.
Missing a leg, perhaps.
We cannot send these two back to Little Garden without making them completely and utterly even.
True. Where, like, if they don't die here, they will go back there to spend out the rest of their days because
that is what they need. That is what needs to happen.
Yes.
They shouldn't have been here to begin with. But you know what?
Yeah.
I'll be happy if they... I'm happy with them here at this moment right now. Because this makes the stakes higher.
And you know what? Way to go to make a mistake turn into a wonderful occurrence.
To use the best out of the absolute worst thing that you could have done.
Yes. I'm not mad about it anymore. This is good.
I'm only perturbed and slightly upset.
Perturbed, a little hungry. but not angry anymore.
But yeah, the stakes have never been higher. Gear 5th is going to make this awesome.
Yes. I guess I'm trying to think. Either it'd be crazy if Usopp had to injure Dory.
Oh, no. I don't think I could. I don't think my little heart could take it if Usopp had to fight these two.
It would be so sad, but also a little rewarding.
It would be so sad if Usopp had to fire a keg of alcohol into Brogy's mouth and blow him up from the inside.
Oh my goodness.
A method that we know works.
Yeah.
A warrior's duel. He challenges them to a warrior's duel.
Yeah, I hope so, bro.
Usopp and Colon.
Yes, sir. Also, this is the second time that oh my god, Brogy has been stabbed.
Yeah.
Because he was stabbed by Mr. 3 with his big wax dagger. Back in Little Garden.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. We're coming back to that. He can't catch a break with Dofru users. He just can't. Usopp shoots a big explosion into Brogy's gut, and Dory's gut. Oh my goodness.
I think Brogy is the fat one.
Yeah, no, Brogy is the fat one. Yeah. Dory is the bearded one.
He's the one that drank the alcohol.
Yes.
Garden, right? Yeah.
Dory, yes, Dory.
I forget. Anyway, it's been a while since I read Little Garden. Brogy drank the alcohol and exploded.
No, Dory did.
Oh, right. Yeah. His is the fist with the one victory. You're right.
Dory drank the alcohol. Brogy beat him. Oh, Molotov, you can't put that in chat.
Agents of Satan fear the sign of the cross of God D. Usopp.
Yeah.
Hajuden will be holding Usopp up. The power of
God
will compel them.
Yes. Well, you know what? Shout out to Ghost Train because he was talking about how Usopp was a priest back in Thriller Bark. And he was holding up the cross because he was scared of all the zombies.
Amazing. And now we're back to the zombies, baby.
Yep.
It all comes back to Thriller Bark.
It really does. Will he now purify Brogy and Dory with a salt star? I don't know.
Would they be purified if we threw them in the ocean?
Probably.
Probably not. I don't know. Because the powers kind of persist in the water.
They do. You're right. They do. Unless it said otherwise, yeah, they do.
I would assume that maybe there's like a range to this, but then again, Iam's all the way back in Marigella.
Yeah. Using the powerful ringed-eyed hockey.
Finally, the real book fruit.
True. Get out of here, Mondor. You charlatan.
I love this little book thing. I have no idea what it is, but I love it.
I love her grimoire. Also, like, I think it's leaning more towards this being confirmed. IMU is possibly a baddie.
No.
Because
no. No.
Goon piece, baby.
No.
Goon piece.
No. Iam needs to have a terrible, horrible, silly-looking design. I refuse to believe anything else.
It's weird that Iam likes female bodies, though.
I mean, what was the last time that Eam did this?
I mean, and I'm just saying because like Eam is obsessive over Lily. Eam possesses Gunko, but not Summers. Why Gunko?
Because Summers is in half right now?
Or why not Killingham then?
That's true. Well, I guess Killingham needs to continue up with his Devil Fruit stuff.
Oh, and that's another interesting question. Like, can Eam still use the arrow fruit?
I mean, they're still standing on the arrows. Oh, wait, are they? No, they're flying now. Maybe.
Yeah, are the arrows dispelled?
I'm assuming not, because then we're having a bunch of children falling right now.
Oh. Wait, let me see. Where is the... Wait, start of the chapter? The arrow? Yeah, the arrow isn't... No, the arrow's gone.
Uh-oh.
Because the kids are running back to their parents.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so that's weird. So Eam taking over Gunko canceled out the arrow fruit's effects.
Or they're just not actively holding it up because they don't know how it works, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Or like, we don't need your silly antics, Gunko. I am here now. All devil.
The boss is here.
The boss is here.
I'm here to do things. I'm here to take care of business.
Also, I guess the trident is just a part of the fruit.
Yeah, because they all got weapons.
Yeah. And these are not hockeyed weapons. I refuse to believe that.
Weapons made of pure hockey.
These are just dough fruit enhanced weapons. This is so fascinating. Everything about this. I can't believe everyone's just cosplaying Eam and Impel Down.
Who would have thought?
The whole bit was just a cosplay the entire time. Also, having a grimoire that also has weapons in it. And that means, too, that there are multiple, like, I guess, magic incantations Emu can do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's so much that, like... There's so much that we don't know.
Yeah.
In a good way this time.
Yes.
Like, this isn't a mystery box that Oda's putting out just going, oh, more things to worry about. Like, this is, like, gives us enough. Oda has given us enough this time to where we can actually start to come to our own conclusions about what the mystery might be. Oda has given us so much. We are feasting this chapter.
It's so good.
On knowledge and lore.
For the first time, lore is not a sour dish.
We learn more this chapter than we did the entirety of Egghead.
Yeah, and most of Wano.
Like, about, like, the lore of everything, I should say.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like, we learn... It's weird, too, because, good lord, we don't even know. We don't even know exactly how any of this works. We just know that Eam can possess people, turn them into devils. Or demons, or whatever.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
And could do magic. And could use a body as a conduit to do magic. They're like an evil ghost. It's awesome.
I love it. Also, this confirms something I had said, and I'm probably going to do another video on it. Mm. It seems like there are tiers to Zoans, like mythical Zoans.
Go on.
So, like, at the bottom, you get, like, all your monsters. Mm-hmm. So, like, most of the Gorosei, and, like, Kaido, and, Marco.
Yeah, like the Phoenix Fruit and stuff like that.
And then, Stronger, right? So, like, all your beasts, all your monsters, all your parable guys, right? Then you've got, like, a tier above that where you have, like, your divinity fruits. Mm-hmm. So, in this situation, Killingham and then Yamato, right?
Yeah.
Because Akirians are considered divine, and then Yamato literally has a garden deity fruit.
Yeah.
But it's a lesser worship because they're, at least in Yamato's case, her fruit is like landlocked to Wano.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like just a local deity thing. But then you got a step above that with like potentially Satan here, which I called possibly being a mythical bat fruit, and then the human fruit Mao Nika, who are worshipped all over the world. Because we know Nika is worshipped all over the world in secret, and we literally see occultists trying to summon Satan during the whole separation arc. So like, it seems like those with higher divinity have more powers, because now only Imu and Luffy have been able to affect other people. As Luffy can turn people into rubber by touching them, and now Imu can turn people into devils through a contract. So it's like beasts, lesser deities, upper deities.
And who do they summon? Brook? Coincidence?
Yeah, right. Now the funny part about Gunko as Imu is that we don't see Gunko bearing a Hagoromo, the scarf thing.
Yeah.
So this could just be all of Imu's base kit.
Yeah, this isn't Imu using the power as an awakening.
No.
This is Imu like
doing the stuff.
It's Imu granting power to someone else.
Yeah.
Like Imu could like just coat you in shadows and give you powers.
Yes.
This is hockey only.
Yeah, telecommunication hockey, go.
I hope
and I guess
Eam has something stupid like the snail fruit.
Oh Lord. Wait, this is
oh god, what's the communication snails?
Dendemushi.
The snail fruit model Dendemushi. So basically they have telecommunication hockey. And can portray their power on people like that.
You know what this reminds me of? Sorry, I interrupted. My bad.
You're good.
This reminds me of Eniru or NL.
In what way?
Do you remember how he worked?
Like how he just like knew everyone's thoughts in the island and could strike anyone down in a moment?
Yeah.
In a way, yeah. Theoretically, you could expand mantra if you're strong enough.
Because the funny thing about this, and I've talked about this, because it's mentioned in Skypiea, and we've seen various examples of this throughout One Piece. Hockey is genetic, which sounds lame, but it is. So, I know. And when having ringed eyes, and Dendemushi are part of this, there's a particular Dendemushi that appears in the during the whole breakdown of like old cool guys like Big Mom and Kaido that called a projector Dendemushi. Mm-hmm. It also shows up in the trailer for season 2 of One Piece live action.
Okay.
In which it has ringed eyes and it can project images.
Yeah.
So the human variant of that is like what Mihawk and Imu have. Because Mihawk has presumably projected an image inside of someone's head before. When Luffy is fighting,
has ringed eyes that can project an image on top of people.
Exactly. Ooh. Or project themselves within somebody.
I think I might be cooking with this. Please make it something stupid like that.
Because
Mihawk is just being possessed by Mu. True.
Or like Mihawk is from the same family as Mu and can project images and see far away. Because like you remember the time where Perona showed Mihawk Moria was in the paper?
Mm-hmm.
Mihawk is just sitting in his mansion, right? He looks out the window and he says, "Oh yeah, the leveling is going on." It's like he's perceiving the leveling from where he's sitting at.
I mean, I guess you could say that, or he's reading the newspaper, isn't he?
No, he does it before he even touches the paper.
Ah.
Like, it's not even announced yet, because he's talking about the abolishment of the warlord system.
Oh, okay.
While the people of the world nobles, or what? Not the world nobles, the Circle of Kings, as they're discussing the abolishment. So even though he's reading the paper, that's not in the paper yet.
True.
So he's perceiving.
Although that would be insane if they put that out in the paper and then sent the paper to the warlords before they could get got by the Marines.
Because, like, notice the effects of that don't happen until he's leaving the island or getting ready to leave. Because they show up at his island, he's like, "Oh, wow, I haven't been chased for a while." Then we see him packing up, like in like a few chapters later, and Crocodile's talking to him on the phone.
Also, can we talk about this line here? The Holy Land is currently in a sea of flames.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I think maybe the revolutionaries are attacking. That seems like a Sabo thing.
What's going on? Like, they were just there.
Or it's, I talked about this. Either it's the revolutionaries or Blackbeard's attacking, because Lafitte was spying on the gondolas. Yeah, Emmett.
Or maybe the Celestial Dragons are revolting because they're hungry. I don't know.
Maybe. But we do see Lafitte spying on the gondolas.
Ooh.
So maybe Blackbeard's attacking. I hope Blackbeard captured York. Please let it be so.
I don't know. I don't know what's more interesting. York being with the Gorosei or York being with Blackbeard?
I love York being with Blackbeard.
I love both of the ideas, honestly. Like, York and Garling is an interesting combo.
Yeah.
Especially now that we have Shamrock in the picture.
True. You will marry my son, large woman.
You will clone Shamrock.
You will clone so I can have a grandchild. I shall call him S-Hair. I don't know. S-Moon. That's hot. S-Moon.
We'll call him S-Hair because we'll share.
Lord. That was funny. I like that. Or if it's Blackbeard Z, haha, now I have two 16-year-olds. Terrible. Terrible joke. Why did he make her 16? That is not a 16-year-old.
Blackbeard
what are you doing?
He's not beating the allegations. It's over.
He's not.
Thank God he's the villain.
Yeah, first it was Bonnie, then it was Pudding. Oh, Lord. Jeez. Well, on the bright side, maybe York can activate Pudding's Awakening, or whatever that's called.
Whatever
the three-eyed
thing is, yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. I don't know. Interesting stuff, though.
So much is going on.
I love it.
I kind of like that they mentioned this whole thing with the Holy Land in a sea of flames.
Yeah.
Like, just as like an offhand comment.
Yeah.
It's setting a seed so that we can grow it later, which is nice. So, the last time we saw Mary Joa, it was on fire.
Yep.
But that's because Akaido was fighting Kuma.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Or was it already on fire? Because they were trying to get Kuma. Did Kuma start something when he climbed that wall?
But that wasn't the Holy Land, though. That was the Redport.
It was the Red Line, but that's connected to Marijoa in some sort of way.
That's a good point. I'm not sure.
Reverie flashback number 45. Let's go!
Yes.
I like that we can mention this without actually having to spend an entire chapter going through the exact nature of why this is happening.
True. It is set up for later.
Yeah.
When we're in between arcs, between the end of this and the start of a new one.
Eames like, I need my soldiers back. I'm here to take control. I need this revolution quelled now.
Now. Before they get into the sanctum and I have to ruin all of my flowers. But man.
A lot. It's
a lot.
So much. It's so much.
And we're not even on break next week.
Oh my god.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Yes.
So we have a big giant double page spread. The stakes have never been higher.
I love that.
What are the chances? Well, let me rephrase this. So next week we're definitely going around the world to see what everyone's up to, right?
Maybe, yeah.
How long is it gonna be until we see our Straw Hats again?
Honestly, I hope next chapter we go back to I guess Team A, and Loki actually gets up and he says, "Okay, I sense something happening up there," and Luffy senses it too, and he says, "Free me, Straw Hat! Free my shackles!"
Usopp deliberately gets caught by Killingham to unleash his fears.
Oh, would that work actually?
I feel like Usopp needs to fight Killingham.
But like,
I'm starting to get that feeling now.
Because I'm thinking about it. That's an interesting point Molotov brought up. If Usopp is presented with Killingham and Killingham unleashes his fears, would his fears turn against Killingham? Also, who is Mosa? Or Shaggy? That's how it's pronounced in English. How it's translated.
Shaggy?
Yes, Mosa is Shaggy. Not from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Or not from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh,
technically.
Wasn't that the guy that Loki was talking to the other day?
Yes.
Yeah.
His name has been translated as Shaggy.
It's been a good while.
Yeah.
Since we haven't talked about that, but Usopp has giga fears. It might be too much for Gillingham.
Killingham is overwhelmed by Usopp's fear.
Usopp's fear is so existential that it causes Killingham to go into a crisis.
What if it's like a big piranha?
Not even like that. Usopp's greatest fear would be like... It's like... Not... What's the word? Like, not being good enough.
Oh yeah, actual like pessimist.
Like actual pessimist. It's like his fear is the general fear that he's not going to be able to carry his weight and his crew will abandon him.
Huh.
His fear is watching the Mary slide down a waterfall to its death and wondering when he will be next.
That might be a video.
Like, obviously he's gotten over that since, but...
Yeah.
But... Like, Usopp is afraid of a lot of things, but his greatest fears are the existential ones. How does Killingham turn that into... How does Killingham turn abandonment into a physical object?
Yeah, how does that become a funny monster?
Does it make the monsters abandon Killingham?
Yeah.
Oh.
Does it make a Killingham doubt himself? Because he can't process the weight of the fear?
The milk and cigarette store monster.
Usopp! Usopp, I never loved you, Usopp. I will now pour this expired milk onto you. Daddy, no! Ah!
Also, can we talk about how absolutely funny it is that we decided to take the innate fear of Mom, the mother fear in this panel. They have devil wings now. Ian converted the moms, and their holy trident weapon is a frying pan.
Yo, I didn't even notice that. That's fantastic.
That's utterly hilarious.
Man, why is Emu so great? Why am I rooting for Emu?
Why do I want Emu to win all of a sudden?
I knew my baddie Eam could do no wrong.
No, I refuse to believe that. I refuse. Oh. Eam has to be dumb and silly. Eam needs to be silly. You cannot keep a character design in the dark for this long without the ultimate punchline of it being stupid.
I agree. At the same time, I've seen a fan art of Eam being a dark-skinned baddie.
I refuse to believe it.
And I can't choose. The goons are too strong.
I refuse to believe it.
Wait, so all the nightmare creatures are enhanced? All of them actually are. That's crazy. Because the glowing eye things.
Yeah, true.
Oh, wow. But you're right. The mothers get... Well, I guess the multiple mothers, not just this one.
They all have frying pans. That's going to be very funny when Luffy has to fight that.
My goodness.
Like, dog, it was like 2 chapters ago. We were winning.
Right?
Eam shows up and says, I'm winning now. The literal not I'd win is just Eam.
Yes. So, here's what I'm thinking. Upcoming video, but I'll talk about it here. I hope there are 3 Nikas.
Elaborate?
Hopefully. So, we have the Luffy one, right? When he goes Gear 5th.
Yeah.
Then we've got Bonnie, who can also become Nika. And then presumably Loki can become Nika, or his perception of Nika.
Well, or he'll just copy what Killigam can also make Nika.
That's true. Oh, I wonder if that Nika's now a devil now.
I mean, we've already set that up.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Also, Loki with his gum fruit. It's gonna be real. It needs to be real.
Could you imagine if the devil was beaten by the power of Legos?
Oh my god.
New from Lego.
I knew it. I knew it.
Bionicle. Bionicle's back, baby. Yes, sir.
Oh my god. Luffy puts on the mask of Tatanui.
Yeah! You know the lore! Yeah! We are good friends. That swelled my heart with joy. Oh.
I had that game for PlayStation 2 and I was obsessed with it.
The Golden Mask one, right?
Yeah.
Yep, GameCube. Had it for GameCube. Yes, sir.
Incredible.
Oh.
I mean, honestly, Luffy already looks like he already looks kind of like an African tribal symbol. Like a tribal kind of leader figment kind of thing. A big old mask would work. Hold on.
Bruh.
Is Oda cooking?
Oda might be cooking. Because, like, where did Ro get the Legos from? That's still just so weird to me. I still say Loki made them.
A Bionicle reference in 2027 when Luffy shows back up in the series?
Yes. And One Piece is now partner with Lego. So.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's why it's in the manga, maybe. Could you... Oh, Loki might be the Lego man.
I mean, it is definitely possible for Gear 5th to undevil flip them.
Yeah. Oh my god. Was I cooking? Wait a minute. Loki could just be the plastic man who attacked with Legos.
Yeah. Resin fruit.
Oh, the resin fruit theory is coming true. Oh.
Well, we don't know that for sure. We don't, like...
Please.
We don't know if Loki and Road know each other very well.
That's true. Oh man.
Like, unfortunately, Loki he's not shaping out to be the absolute dork that I wanted him to be. Even if he is kind of a dork.
Yeah.
He's not like Road levels of absolute unhinged. So I don't think that the Legos were a byproduct of a devil fruit.
Fair. Okay.
I don't think that would be the case.
All right.
But if that is the case, where did they come from? And will we, like, that's not even something I need an answer to, but it would be funny.
It's weird. It's just weird.
Definitely something for Oda to put in SBS about 10 years down the line.
because like because depending on your translation, they're literally called plastic or they're called synthetic resin, which is just plastic.
Yeah.
And this doesn't appear anywhere else in the series. That's why it's like, that's weird.
True.
Because One Piece usually deals with like steel and wood most of the time, not plastic. But yeah.
Just imagine, for a moment, imagine for a second that Loki is Plastic Man and he can awaken and create Legos. And Frankie is there.
Oh. Oh, he'd be so hype. Because now that I think about it, the only time Legos appear in the series, it's like in one color spread. When they're like building a whole bunch, like a big Lego castle, all the Straw Hats are.
And then we have a big Lego castle.
We do. Lego color spread.
One Piece.
One Piece.
One Piece.
Yeah. There it is. I guess I'll put it in.
If my Google loads. Put it in chat and I'll throw it up.
I'll put it in chat, yeah.
Oops.
Oh, that's Screen Rants. I don't want Screen Rants thing. It happens in chapter 622. Wow, okay. And then if I can get the...
Those were not Lego. They were interlocking brick system blocks. True.
Get out of here.
True.
But, I hate Reddit.
So yeah, theoretically, all we have to do to get our boys back in town is to flip them back over.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get a better picture. I sent it to you.
Yeah,
Oh my. Stupid Reddit.
Alright, will it work if I do this? Hello. There we go. Yellow. So yeah. They're making a big old castle out of bricks. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, the Soul King Lego crown!
Yes!
It's all coming back. This is like... Yeah, this is like right after Fishman Island.
Time skip. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like right after time skip, yeah.
Yeah, 622. Block 30. There's a doggy.
Interesting.
Hey, yeah. And recently a Lego set for One Piece has been announced in the real world. So yeah. Let me get
Quite
that.
Fascinating.
So I don't know. Maybe this has real world implications, and now they're going to be canonical things in the manga. Well, I mean, they've been canonical things in the manga already, but like maybe we'll go even farther. I don't know.
How do we make this work? How do we make Lego Man? He's got the stack fruit.
Man, because there's already been a block fruit guy. I guess he's canon.
Mm-hmm.
That was with Birdie World.
Every devil fruit is considered canon, for the most part.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you need to get Oda's permission to even use a devil fruit.
Yeah,
in non-canon stuff. So,
because I can look him up real quick.
I'm just trying to think, man. So we already have the big fruit. We already have the size fruit. We've already done everything that we can to theoretically make Hajradin bigger. I can think of one of two ways that we can make Hajradin bigger.
All right.
A. Paul Bunyan. Devil fruit.
Oh, Lord.
More importantly, more impactful, more thematic, I guess?
Yeah.
Resin fruits. Mr. 3 armor sets.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Lego armor set. New from Ninjago. For you kids out there.
if Loki has the resin fruit and can create rubber or plastic or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Creating a giant plastic mech for Hadrian to wield sounds awesome.
He infuses it with his giant hockey. It's weird that Hadrian didn't have hockey. That's strange. Now I think about it.
It's just that strong.
I put the block fruit man in chat. He's just Eggman.
Oh my god.
He turned things into blocks.
Yes. I love his dumb hair.
Yes, it's so good.
Incredible.
Here is his effects on Buggy. He turned Buggy into a block. Very good.
There it is. Immaculate. I'm surprised Buggy couldn't like cut himself apart and rearrange himself in a way to make it work.
Right? Well, real manga Buggy, this wouldn't work on him.
This wouldn't work on lore accurate Buggy.
I really do wonder, are we just going to give Hadrian a devil fruit, though?
I hope we don't. I hope we find interesting methods around his... Like, he technically doesn't even need to be bigger.
No.
He can punch, like, 1,000,000 tons into the sky.
Yeah, that Mach Vice feat is crazy.
As absolutely worthless as Mach Vice is, like, Hadrian's a pretty strong cookie. But I want him to stand shoulder to shoulder with his brother.
That makes it cooler.
Yeah, instead of shoulder to abdomen.
Right. Or hip bone, I guess. I don't know the...
Loki will use Gear 3rd and become Child Luffy.
Oh, wait. Luffy can just blow Hadrian up, literally, like a make him bigger.
Real.
Are those effects permanent?
No. They're not even permanent on Luffy.
I mean, what? Like, could he make them permanent? Like, could he actually blow him up?
No, because then it would be filled with air, and the air would have to escape sometime.
Right. Huh. Because I'm looking... Okay, the reason why I say that is because, like how Eam turns Broggy and the gang into devils.
Uh-huh.
And Luffy can touch people and change them already. Could he have a semi-permanent effect on people? Like, if that's like an evolution of his ability? Or another facet of his ability? If he's the same as Eam.
I think imagining a permanent effect in that regard, like, unless it's like a really big thing, like he's gonna break the red line or something like that's really impactful.
Yeah.
I would wager to believe that Luffy's powers are not going to be permanent because they run off of Toon Logic. And Toon Logic typically ain't permanent.
It's for like the scene that's in
and then it's gone. It's for the scene that it's in to maximize laughs.
Right. So maybe just
stretch Hadrian like Gromit from the Muppet movies.
I mean, a little, like, maybe it just works like if he's in the vicinity. Man. I guess I'm too obsessed with trying to make this work.
Yeah, I mean, the best way to describe how it would work is just, it's Toon Logic.
Yeah.
It's just Toon Logic. How do you... Oh, yeah, you're right. But anyway, what do you mean? It wasn't Gromit, it was Gonzo.
Oh my god. Yeah, Gromit's the guy with Wallace.
Yeah.
The dog. But anyway, like, yeah.
It's Toon Logic, it probably ain't permanent.
No.
Inherently.
But I could see, if we want the shoulder to shoulder scene, Luffy is probably the best bet to make that happen.
Although it would also be really funny if they wanted to stand shoulder to shoulder and Hajridin had to get a step stool.
No! Step stool sovereignty.
That would be very funny.
Ladder sovereignty. Yeah, there's so much size manipulation now.
Yeah, but I would certainly like it if, I don't know. My favorite right now is Mr. 3 Mac.
Yeah.
An easier solution. He just knows Skywalk.
I really want to see how far Gear 5th can go now.
Well, I have a feeling, unlike with the Pop Greens, we're going to very intimately explore every single facet of Gear 5th throughout the rest of the series.
Oh, the Pop Greens are so cooked. No! Man! Why are the Pop Greens cooked? No! And that's a shame, too. We just had Green Bull. And, I mean, theoretically, Usopp should be able to do...
That would have been such a massive upgrade to Usopp's arsenal, is having him in contact with Green Bull.
It's weird that he doesn't do more stuff, considering how funky, like, Flora can be in the One Piece world.
Yeah. I mean, bro, Usopp still has barely unlocked any kind of hockey.
Yeah. He has, like, the echoes of observation.
We are this far into the new world, and half the crew can't use hockey.
I still can't believe that's weird. Yet, random Big Mom goons can use hockey.
Mach Vice can use hockey before Usopp.
Well, no, he can't. No, that's not true.
Okay,
that's not true. But Pika can.
Pika can.
Which is... yeah. Wait, it was just like Pika? Oh my god, wait a minute. Was it just Pika and Doffy? No.
I would like to believe that Senior Pink, maybe.
I don't think so. Oh my... Wait.
Oh, wait.
I gotta look at that.
We've forgotten the most powerful hockey user on Doffy's crew.
Who?
Our God King Virgo.
All right. It was Pika and Virgo.
Yeah.
It was literally Pika and Virgo. Which is weird to think about now.
I mean, it's just become a lot more just like present filled.
Yeah.
A lot more people could do it as the series goes on.
Oh, that's so weird.
It is good that we're kind of trying to like push back from that though, because it feels like not every character can use hockey. Even if the Gods Knights can, but you know, it's the Gods Knights, they're allowed. Yeah,
and then to like I do like diversity in Power Set. Not everyone needs to use hockey, but if like multiple characters do have hockey, it's nice they use it in interesting ways at least. Jinbei has hockey. I keep forgetting Jinbei has hockey. Of course. I don't know if that matters.
He's the leader of the bunch. You know them well.
Yeah, he sure is the leader of the... I hate that character so much.
Do you think we are going to get a Straw Hat Grand Fleet to help out here?
Well, I mean, probably not, seeing as how we're focusing on giants here. So, I mean, the only Straw Hat Grand Fleet that we're probably going to flesh out is Haruden and Loki and the boys.
Which is probably for the best. Because this is already a pretty stacked arc in current of characters. And
then we start the arc with Bartolomeo already. It's going to get bloated.
That's true. We already have like Grand Fleet members all over the place. But when do you think we're going to get the Grand Fleet again?
I would think sooner rather than later. Like, I think... Because I have a pet theory that I keep forgetting about. I think there might be some
chapters. We're already in it, boys. Please.
There could be some consolidation in the Grand Fleet. Like I could see Bartolomeo and Cavendish maybe becoming one unit. Because, I mean, we need to see what happened to Bartolomeo. That needs to be a thing. I mean,
Cavendish didn't even have a crew, did he? It was just him.
It's like he has a small crew with like one other main character. With two other main characters on it. Because it's him, Suleiman, and Fawful, his horse. And then a bunch of people in powdered wigs, including one woman.
Okay.
It's like a woman, a guy that looks like a monkey, and like a fat guy, and they all have powdered wigs. They're not named or anything. And then there's Fawful.
Say this right now, I don't think we're ever going to need to care about them. Please,
probably not.
Please clip this so that 800 chapters down the line, when they are all my favorite characters, I am proven wrong.
You know, the woman in the powder wig is probably going to have a very grand backstory and an explanation why she doesn't fall for Cavendish.
I sure can't wait to read that SBS.
Yeah, SBS 1640.
Dog, when One Piece is over, Oda is just going to go absolutely crazy, just doing SBSs every month.
And I will cover each and every one.
My man is going to write the Silmarillion after he's done with this series.
I mean, all 110 of them are basically a Silmarillion on top of the Viver cards. That mattered, by the way, for all the people who say they don't. Just because they say things you don't like doesn't mean they don't matter. Get out of here. Hate y'all. Anyway, TikTok is the worst. I love TikTok for the community and the business that it brings, but my God,
reading comprehension has never been lower.
Reading comprehension is under the garbage, under the dump.
We ain't seen reading comprehension like this since feudal times, where peasants were not expected to be able to read, and even they would see the pictures and clap.
People can't even see pictures. Everybody got glaucoma. It's crazy. Talked to a dude the other day because there was an argument between IMU and the bunny girl from the end of Naruto. What's her name? Yeah, and it was this funny thing Kaguya versus IMU. I said, well, yeah, IMU could probably turn Kaguya into a devil. And then someone says, we haven't seen her powers yet, little bro. I'm like, it's literally in the most recent chapter. If you were reading, they're like, nah, no thank you. I'm like,
there you have it.
You just look at the pictures. No, thank you. I don't want to look at pictures.
I mean, Naruto. It's kind of weird because One Piece, Naruto feels like it operates on more power, on a higher power, but One Piece operates on a completely different set of rules and logic.
Yeah.
It's really hard to scale One Piece characters.
And what's weird about Naruto, the more I keep looking at the arguments, is very insular. Which, I mean, it makes sense in the weirdest way because everything works off of chakra.
Yeah.
So it's fully dependent on that system and that system alone. There's very little outside of that in the series. I guess Taijutsu is.
Even Taijutsu, you can use chakra to infuse your limbs with more power.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's weird.
It's all tied to the core magic system, which is why I love Naruto's magic system so much. But anyway,
that's fair.
It's a very hard magic system that 7th grader me absolutely adored.
But with One Piece, not everything has to be dough fruits, not everything has to be hockey. Despite how the series has been going, not everything has to be hockey. We've got hockey, we've got physiology, with if you're a weird freak, if you're a fishman or something.
Yeah, you could just be a stronger guy, you could have better genetics. You could have it used to be devil fruits, but even then, Zoro was part of the crew.
Right, and then even looking at Zoro and Sanji, you have fighting styles, you have adaptations of other fighting styles, because now everyone just picks up the 6 powers and uses them willy-nilly. You could be a cyborg, etc., etc. You could be an animal.
One Piece actually operates on Nen. True.
All right, he had hypnotism is another thing. That's true. Him and Luffy.
I mean, dog. There are characters in the series that straight up use magic.
Yeah, I mean,
Hawkins might be one of them.
He might be. It's possible. So the reason why I fight against that a little bit because it's so hard locked into dough fruit stuff, and I'm like,
yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
It's it's a system that we have tried to grow acquainted with over the course of 20 or so years of following this series.
Yeah.
So when new things come out of nowhere that completely change what you even thought was possible in the confines of the series, I mean, that's annoying.
And the reason why, too, I fight against it, because, like, when things aren't... Oh, Lord. When things aren't devil fruit, it's kind of obvious when they're not. Like the whole ice virus thing. However, here, it's like, well, we've seen Paramecia do everything Eames doing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the only weird one that I just said, oh, that's a devil fruit, that's too weird. It's like the color traps.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's very mundane during Little Garden.
Yeah.
Because it's just changing someone's mood. But then the cover story, she's making clothes from paint.
Yeah.
Clothes materialize out of paint. I'm like, no, that's a Delphi. But by that time, we've seen other people use other people's devil fruits.
Yeah.
Like how you can take a shadow affected by Moria and put it into somebody else.
Yeah.
Or like how Big Mom can take a biscuit soldier and turn it into a homie, or take Candy from Parasparrow and turn it into a homie.
Mm-hmm.
So like a lot of things like interchange with one another. So you can borrow someone's power if you are allowed and use it to how you want to use it. Or like
I just think it would be very funny and very in line with Oda if he introduced this character who is more ancient than the devil fruit itself.
Yeah.
And they just have magic. After all of this.
I mean, I could...
Screw it! Magic!
Oh my god.
Just
because, like, I think now I will concede the fortune telling is magic, as far as I know. Like with Hawkins.
Or with
Charlie.
Charlie. I was gonna say Shocky. It's like, wait, no, that's a different character.
They're very similar though.
But like
that's
some characters in the series are... It could just be very powerful observation, Hockey. Have you considered this?
That's not even the fake.
But some characters in the series are just magic. I mean, the One Piece world, it operates on whatever logic it needs to at the time.
Yeah.
And everything is just kind of wacky. Like it's more of like a callback to stuff like your Lupin the Thirds and whatnot, where it's a very soft magic, or not magic, but it's a very soft system where the world will operate in whatever logic makes the most sense for the scene at the time.
That's true, because there are ghosts in Lupin too.
Mm-hmm. It's like Scooby-Doo logic.
Yeah, because Scooby-Doo like weirdly shifts back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Most of the time, the entire point of Scooby-Doo is that you can explain that it's some shyster in a costume. But most of the movies are about actual magic.
Both animated and live action, which is weird.
John Cena throws an entire boulder in real life.
Oh.
His theme song plays and everything.
Oh my god. Because in the first movie, there are actual demons.
Yeah, like Zombie Island is actual zombies.
Right, actual zombies. There's a movie where Shaggy hooks up with an actual alien.
Yeah, the cyber one that everyone knows with the electric villain man. I forget it.
Yeah, he's a terror AI.
Yeah.
Or whatever, I don't know.
Like half of the Scooby-Doo movies deal with like actual like paranormal events. Yeah. Cyber Chase, that's it.
Cyber Chase, yeah.
So I think that One Piece operates in the same kind of way. Whatever is the easiest explanation for what's going on is probably the correct one.
That's fair.
Because Oda is also making this up as he goes. Oh, I'm sorry. He's reading the plan that he had written down at the age of 15.
Some of it, yes. A lot of it, I'm not so sure.
Ain't no way he had every single line of dialogue with Vegapunk planned.
Like,
he would not have wasted that character like he did.
The egghead stuff, you're seeing this all in the manga, not in the manga, the anime. I'm very confused about it. Because you come away with York just being correct, which is such a weird message.
The villain is right. Go figure.
The villain is right, and you can almost treat her like an animal because what do you expect her to do? She is the personification of greed. Like you can't even blame her for anything. Like, okay.
Oh,
and then they eat.
Oda's a genius.
What?
Oda's a genius. I'm feeling a joke coming on.
Uh-oh.
You see this last panel? Of Jarl going, warriors do not know the meaning of the word run.
Yeah.
Which means he's going to lumber very slowly to the fights. And whenever somebody tells him to hurry up, he's going to stoically look ahead and say, warriors do not know the meaning of the word run.
That's good. No, that's very good.
I can feel it in my bones. I need this. Oda, please.
I like that. That's good. Keep that in. Keep that in. That's good. Also, I didn't notice the demon the cloud has teeth like the rest of the devils.
Yeah.
So, like I'm sorry I keep coming back to this. Like they're all affected. Like everything's affected by the. Though we've seen that before, like with Big Mom, I'm not surprised. No, we've seen that before. It's still something.
Yeah,
but
it's all consistent. Like all of this is consistent with like the idea of an extremely powerful devil fruit.
Yeah.
If that's what Oda wants to do, like by all means. I'm always a much bigger fan of either A, crappy devil fruits, or B, something else entirely. Like we can look at what's happening here, or there might be something going on just underneath the surface that we haven't figured out yet.
That's very true.
Like I said, it might be the Den Den Mushi fruit. And they are portraying an image on top of them or whatever.
I mean, yeah, because like well, we know that he can just make up deities because like Nika's like a combination of several things.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I agree. And even if this is the devil,
Jarl's trying to ask what the word run means, and no one is telling him.
Oh no. Oh no. And then, like, even if this is just the devil, what is the devil in Oda's mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Like, if you ask a Westerner who is the devil, they're probably going to give you a relatively, a Western person will probably give you the same answer, no matter what. The devil is the devil is the devil. The IRS, true. But to an Eastern philosophy, I mean, like, that could mean a whole lot of things.
Right. That could be anything.
It could be the knights. It could be Susanoo. It could be the devil. It could be the Western version of him.
It could just be Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, it could be Enma, ruler of hell. like it could be whatever American guy forced them to open their borders. Like it could be literally, like it depends on what's. Shoot, it could be Hades. It all depends on what culture Oda wants to pull from. And it looks like a lot of this is more Western. Commander Perry, thank you. But was it Commander or Admiral Perry? Anyway, but from what we're seeing, a lot of this does pull from more Western philosophies. So, does Eam have the devil fruit? Is that's what we've been alluding to this whole time?
That's what I personally think. Like, I think this oddly goes hand in hand with Egghead.
Like, I would assume, like, if you're going to give one person the devil fruit, devil fruit, capital D, it's probably got to be Eam.
Right.
But go on.
Because I think, well, this goes into a big explanation. Okay, like, do you mind if I do it?
Go off, King. I've been talking for a while.
Okay, so, like, how I see Zoans, just based on how they've been introduced, right?
Mm-hmm.
You forgot the start of the name. So that's like human, dog, etc., right? That establishes the family.
Mm-hmm.
Then all the models of those particular fruits fall under that family's umbrella. That's why the whole 5 flying fruits makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have, how does it go? Dragon, which is because you have king, because it's the dragon fruit model Petrodon. You have horse, because you have the
Pegasus.
horse fruit, right? Pegasus. You have all the birds, of course, because Pell.
Mm-hmm.
You have the bugs, because of the two-tone Talos, the one that's a hornet, the one that's a beetle.
Yeah.
And then you have bats. The reason why this brings us back to Egghead is because bats were established officially in Egghead with Stussy. Is she the first in the franchise? Technically, no, because of Patrick Redfield. Because he had the bad fruit model vampire, which is a mythical Zoan. But he's a video game character, so who cares?
And more importantly, he still got it wrong because my goat Shiki.
Now, here's the thing about Shiki. This is in the movie too. He does not fly.
Mm.
In the way, and it's very deliberate, and you can hear Oda being very subtle about saying it's flying, but not really, because in the way that Shiki explains it, he floats. It's removing gravitation. It's levitation, not flying.
I see.
Kaido, right. And for detractors, Kaido does not fly.
No, he grabs onto the clouds.
Right. And like he literally stays, because people have said too that the rings around his arms are Hagurama. No, those are flame clouds. That's how he's staying aloft in the air.
Mm-hmm.
No. So he floats from clouds. So right now, if you look at it that way, there are 5 flying fruits. Stussy was the official establishment of the fifth flying fruit family. So I could believe that if there was another big mythical bat fruit, it could be the bad fruit model Satan, because Satan has been established in the series already, or the bad fruit model Devil, which I think what what IMU actually has.
Do we want to say that it's the bat fruit? Because if it's the real, literal, actual devil, they are most notably referred to as a serpent.
It depends. Because, like, it depends on how Oda is portraying the devil in this series.
The 5 mythical flying devil fruits, they are fruits that actually fly. They don't give you the flying ability.
Like, you're banned, Molotov. Get out of here.
The fruits themselves fly.
Oh, Lord. Like, flying is presented in a very deliberate, which I get. It sounds very.
It sounds very deliberate. It sounds very like cheeky for the sake of it.
Yeah, it's almost superfluous in the over explanation of it. Facetious, I think I'm looking for. It's the word I'm looking for.
Facetious.
Studious. It's like I think I'm mispronouncing it. It's like if you're going into over detail about something that's unnecessary. It's very nitpicky.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. Like things that mechanically actually fly. Mm-hmm. Instead of like doing the super jumping or levitation. So
or whatever it is that Doflamingo was doing.
That's
Clouds on Strings is kind of crazy, dude.
Yeah, him and Buffalo and Robin and Luffy and Moonwalk, and it's fine. They're not flying powers, whatever. The point is that you got technically 5 flying fruit categories within the Zoan branch. If Oda is looking at the devil like the devil was presented in, like, say, Cuphead, like old cartoons and such, I could see it being a big monster bat.
True.
Now the serpent goes back to, and then this too goes into the mural, because in the mural you have a big winged devil fighting Nika, and then you have a dragon fighting a serpent.
True. So it's going to be the devil from Ghosts and Goblins. This has all been one big elaborate ruse to explain how much Oda hates that stupid game.
So now we will have Marvel vs. Capcom One Piece Edition, and Luffy will fight Magneto and Cyclops from the X-Men.
Dracula Mihawk?
I mean, basically, yeah. Because, like I said, like, we had Patrick Redfield, who was literally a vampire.
Yeah.
Even though he's a video game character, but still.
Dog, if it turns out that Mihawk is the literal son of Mu,
he could be. You know what? Like,
can it be even possible for him to be even more of a fraud?
He might be genetically similar, or like from a family that has been, like, you know, Doflamingo?
Yeah.
It could be like a thing like that. He is a branch off from the prestigious family of Nerona.
The two strongest swordsmen on the planet fighting for dominance are the sons of Eam and Garling.
Yes.
Yikes.
Or, like, Mihawk doesn't really care about it, so I don't know how he's presented. And then, that's the weird part, because, like, him and Dofi were cloned.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why that was able to happen.
It's wild. Like, say what you will about Mihawk, it is wild that they cloned Doflamingo and nobody showed up to murder them.
Yeah, no one batted an eye, no one asked questions.
I mean, theoretically, Doflamingo is not a celestial dragon anymore.
Technically, no, but he's still, like, a part of the family. So that's why it's like...
He's a part of the original 20 king families, but he's not a celestial dragon because his dad got rid of that.
Right.
So maybe you could finagle it that way.
Also, the Don Quixote family can't catch a break because Meow's guard is dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, it's very similar to the source material, so let's be perfectly
honest.
Yeah.
Yep. Sancho Panza is the GOAT, though. Anyway. Oh, yes. I guess, what's his name? Trebo was Sancho Panza?
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Huh. Or was it just Mock Vice because he's fat?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah. It's weird. And then what's up with it's weird too that both of them, like, one shows his eyes and one doesn't. One is described by his eyes and one just doesn't show his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Dracula Mihawk is known as Hawkeye Mihawk, and Doflamingo has always been cladded in sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Except for the one moment where Luffy punched him off.
And we still don't get to see what he looked like.
Because they were really small and beady, and it was very embarrassing.
I hope his eyes are tiny. I hope they're the tiniest thing.
I mean, Doflamingo, it makes sense not to do it that way.
Yeah.
Let him be the big bad serious villain that everybody wants him to be.
Also, I've been hearing things. I gotta get off that TikTok. I gotta get off the TikTok.
I need to flee.
Because I keep going back and forth with myself. Could Doflamingo join Cross Guild?
Yes.
I'm conflicted.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I'd rather S Flamingo.
I'd rather both.
Both is interesting.
I've already told you my plan. That
yes.
Oda will take it he will take it into account, and he will do it because he knows that I want it so bad. Doflamingo wants to kill Buggy, but between Buggy's devil fruit and his invincible bodyguard son, Dofi cannot do it.
That's so good. Because, like, if there was ever a Seraphim to be used in a different way, I could see it being S Flamingo.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
Molotov said that he doesn't like to work below others. Neither does any other member of Cross Guild. That is where the funny happens.
True. Because my thing is, like, okay, what I think is probably happening, because it's already happening to Mihawk.
Buggy is king, and that's why we love him. But go on.
He is.
He will be the king of the pirates. I need him to be the king of the pirates.
Everybody, including Buggy himself, in a way, has changed from their initial showing.
Mm-hmm.
Buggy is not a terrorist anymore. He is a funny inverse of Hercule from Dragon Ball, because he doesn't have to lie. He just is him. Mm-hmm. He has been at all these historic events. Mihawk is not a inhuman soy deity. He is a pet owner and a farmer.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially Crocodile will not exist anymore and be that weird hot woman on Buggy's crew. Potentially, because I think he's going to go the way of Sanji. I think all the Sanji jokes are just going to fall on him like a ton of bricks. So my point is that you have to change Doflamingo from something that he was. He has to evolve in some way. He can't be what's the word? Megalomaniacal? I can't pronounce it. Oh my god.
Megalomaniacal.
Thank you. He can't be that and a cult leader now too. He's got to be something different.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be slightly changed in a way. Something more digestible for the palate.
Yeah.
Because you can't have super cult leader next to all these funny babies. As funny as that would be, but you can't do the same thing you've already done in Dressrosa.
Yeah.
I don't know how you would soften him.
Honestly, I don't think you really need to soften him, per se.
Okay.
More or less, like, he could be the Zoro, like, instead of the Sanji, he could be the Zoro of the crew. Where he does take things a lot more seriously than is necessary, and that's where the humor comes from.
Is he the accountant?
Yeah.
Oh.
Who is better at moving money than Sir Crocodile? No one. He owned a casino. He knows.
Wait, Crocodile's it. What? Because Doflamingo ran right there. No, that's genius. They're already connected with the underworld.
Yeah, Doflamingo ran transportation.
Right.
He wasn't about the books. He was about the moving of illegal goods and services.
And I like to...
Which, can we talk about how absolutely insane that ability is in the One Piece world?
Yeah, right? Like, he owned half the world from the narrative, it seemed like. Because it wasn't just colluding with, like, Kaido. It was, he had his hand in all these other businesses. He was helping countries and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, it's very strange in that way. But now that I think about it, looking at him and then looking at Moria is like a broken man who's going to build himself up. So, like, how does that,
Moria needs his Uncle Iroh prison arc.
Yeah.
He needs to get out of prison and be jacked.
You know, it'd be weird if Doflamingo was very fond of Galdino, because they're both kind of similar. Because Galdino was a loan shark.
I guess. Dofi would probably get along with a lot of Crocodile's underlings.
Yeah.
I mean, he likes to surround himself with freaks.
I mean, yeah. I mean, because, like, technically it could have a different effect on him because he was raised by very bad people.
Yeah.
Because yeah, Diamante and Trebo are
awful,
and that's an interesting thing too. Like, I guess that's how him and Moria are very similar. What happens when you don't have the main guy surrounded by bad company?
I mean, Doflamingo, nothing. Oda has made it very clear that he is going to be evil no matter what.
Fair.
But his baby son.
He is Giorno. You have Giorno and Dio.
I need him to be Giorno so bad.
The idea of having both of them is so interesting.
Right?
But like, yeah, I wonder. I think they're better together than they are apart, because now you're putting Doflamingo in the position again to where he is a father, but he's a father to himself. So maybe seeing his reflection would have a different effect on him.
Yeah, I say having them apart means that you're probably just going to do Dofi 2.0. Having them together means that you could do Dofi differently in an interesting and unique kind of way. And if baby Dofi is a sweet, spotless boy like his brother, how is he going to react to that?
Like, he sees Corazon in him, and he's like,
I have to kill this kid.
I have to kill him, but I can't because he's just me.
I can't kill him. He's too powerful. Oh, yes. The one person I can't kill. Myself.
And then when I activate my Conqueror's Hockey, it awakens it in him. How is this possible? Because I am going to experience Requiem. But yeah, I like them both together. I like him being the only Seraph. I think Moria is like S Gecko. I think he's better as a weapon.
Yeah.
I think it should only just be the two birds together.
Yeah, honestly, like, a lot of them is like Mihawk, not really that interesting.
No, I think
weapon. I think S Snake is kind of interesting, I guess, because we've already determined her to have a personality.
Like, with her, I could see her being in the Grand Fleet.
Yeah. Or like at the very least, we keep her around with wherever York's gonna be. Yeah,
because like that they have a very interesting mother-daughter relationship from the looks of it.
Yeah. But yeah, in terms of the other one, like Kuma,
no.
Jinbei, no.
S-Bear and S-Shark are more interesting as weapons.
S-Bear and S-Shark are way more interesting as concepts than they are as characters.
Because they seem good for like, mental anguish in fighting a loved one.
Mm-hmm.
Both presumably who will be gone by the time they are relevant in the story. But they are more interesting as combatants than they are as characters. Same with S-Hawk. S-Hawk seems like a good final opponent, an amalgamation of someone's journey as opposed to a character onto himself.
S-Hawk seems like an excellent jobber.
No!
S-Hawk in his final form to be the most powerful being ever seems like an awesome way to have Shiryu kill Mihawk in some way.
I could see it. I guess, yeah, alternatively, yeah. Because I think for a lot of them, at least, maybe not all, but a lot of them, they were made in the narrative, like concepts in the narrative to do things Oda doesn't want to do with the actual guy.
Yeah.
So, like, if you want Crocodile to be something other than he is now, or to retain what he was, you make S-Croc.
Fascinated by S-Croc, though.
Yeah, like what? I think
what is going on with that?
I think S-Croc is the key to ruining Crocodile.
Maybe.
Because I think he has to, or he or she, I don't know, has to hormone food.
That would be so funny.
And he changes Crockett because they're invading Empty Bluff right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he left off.
So,
and
yeah, S-Croc is interesting.
Yeah.
Just sorry to interrupt, but Escroc is interesting just because of the hormone fruit.
Right.
Like, would Crocodile's clone be the gender that they are now, or the gender that they were originally born as?
Right.
I mean, and assumedly, the hormone fruit would that change your DNA?
Presumably, it can. And it has, like, allusions to very light perception altering effects.
Mm-hmm. Crocodile's gonna, like, get hit with the hormone fruit, and it's going to reveal that they were Kuina the whole time.
Could you imagine? And he'll get exactly what he wanted. You want it to disappear. There you go. There is no more crocodile.
I would be so unbelievably mad if Crocodile was Kuina.
Could you imagine?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. But I think that's the key to just ruining the character. I can't wait. I love it. But yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see what the Seraphim do, because I can't. If we ever cut away, like if this is after the arc, or I guess after this point in 150,
mm-hmm.
I could see us going to Empty Bluff to see how the invasion is going.
I mean, dog, we got this right here 2 chapters ago, right?
Yeah.
Holy Land is currently in a sea of flames. We're ending off on a big, giant double page spread where the stakes have never been higher, which means, for sure, Oda is definitely cutting away.
Yeah.
Oda is definitely cutting away. There is 0% chance in my mind that we are going to have this resolved next week in any conceivable fashion. So, yeah, where are we going to be cutting away to? We have to deal with whatever Moria's been up to.
Right.
We got to deal with Garp. We got to deal with whatever's happening on the Holy Land.
Right.
We got to deal with wherever York went.
True.
Theoretically, dealing with Impel Down and Cross Guild, whatever they're doing, maybe Impel Down.
I could see there being an invasion of Impel Down Part 2.
I mean, shoot, I wonder what Gaimon's up to. Give him a chapter.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to figure out where... Are we going to figure out where... If we go back to the Holy Land, is Shamrock going to be there already?
Right.
Because they can teleport, so he should be. That's why he had to leave. So, we have to deal with Shamrock, and we have to deal with his dad, Garling, and we have to deal with, you know, a whole bunch of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in the world that we have questions about.
True. Very true.
I say my money is on we are going to get a series of cuts like we did in Egghead, and it's going to end with Kid. And then that'll tie us back into whatever we're doing on Elbaf.
Hopefully Kid and Law. But Kid would be more appropriate for the time.
Because Kid's still at Elbaf, presumably.
Right, he's there, right. He's probably washed up on shore somewhere.
Yeah.
With Killer, and then everyone else is dead. There was a pet theory, I think Bushido said, or I heard somewhere, that Dive, the funny little baby that's with them, that's on the Kid Pirates with the big mouth, she's part fishman and she saved Killer and Kid.
It's possible.
Because Wire and Heat were probably fine because they just washed up on shore. I have so much hope for Wire and Heat. But man, they are jobbers.
Yeah.
Oh my day. I have never seen named characters be so useless. Who are supposed to be a part of these, like, this big crew. They suck. Wire doesn't even do anything. Wire is terrible.
All right. I imagine we could wax philosophical, though, about
True.
where we're going to be going forever, but...
Yeah, time to end.
I think we've been here for quite a while. A lot happened. A lot has happened.
Yes.
But I got to start cooking some dinner.
All right.
So...
Well, yes.
First and foremost, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching.
Yes.
It really means a whole lot to us that people are willing to sit down and listen to our rambles about this, 25-year-old series for children. We love it.
Oh, no.
We love it, and we will never stop loving it.
Yes.
So, give us a like, give us a follow if you're on the Twitch. Like if you're on the YouTube. Comment below about where you think we're going to be going.
Yeah.
Where are we going next week?
While you're on that YouTube, check out Reddit Sephiroth. Give him some views, give him some likes. Subscribe. Also check out Pinball PA Zakk on the TikTok. My boy is always, yes, you are always cooking with that arcade knowledge.
Mm-hmm. We got our very first SNK game, and I'm very excited. Unfortunately, it's not called King of Fighters, so.
Oh. Is it called Samurai Showdown?
No, it's not a fighting game. It's a Double Dragon-like game called POW.
Oh, I think I saw it. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So, also while you're on there, Polypede Works. Speaking of cooking every day, for the love of God, my man does not stop.
No, I don't.
Like, follow, subscribe on the YouTube, on the Twitch.tv, on the TikTok. Polypede, you just find the dog. He's always busy.
Yes. But the bar is open.
Don't be dodgy.
We'll see you next time.